Alright, we're back. Full of pizza and ready to go. So what are we doing there? Where do I leave you off? Scraping some stuff. Alright, let's start by getting past this boss, right? Which was getting all of our Slack stuffs. There we're going like this into something that's readable that we can use. So at the moment what we were doing is we had everything because we knew that we could grab this data QA message container and we just mapped through everything, and we had this and we could just click here and look at that. There we go. Cool. So let's work on Johnny Chos's here and we can see what we want. So I'll zoom in a bit and we can see that we want, like, okay, what do we actually want? Probably like, can we get the name? Yes. Can we get anything about the name, like an ID that we can query? Could be cool. Let's get the text. So this one here is this guy here. There we go. So we've got a data item, which is the ID of, could be the ID of the message, which would be interesting to keep because maybe we can just call it directly. Could be message ID. So let's keep that one for later, and we want to go and grab some stuff. I've confused myself now. Okay, here. So we're in here. This is the parent. What do we actually want? So, interestingly, this is message container, unprocessed. Okay, cool. Let's go into it. Yeah, we're actually in the message here. Okay, it's its own document. Yeah, so let's keep going down. Let's avatar here. We can see it in the left. Is it worth us getting the avatar? Nah, let's not bother for now. No offense, Johnny. But we will get your name though. So in here, look, we've got okay. Data QA equals message sender. So yeah, I definitely want to get that because I can just pull off this name on the data stringified text. So we're going to go into this. I'm going to write. Okay, so I want this, and I also wanted, I guess, the parent of this, which would be this message content. So let's just have that like that. So this is how I'm starting to collect what I want. So I'm going to probably look for this. I know that I can get the message sender, and then from the message sender I actually want to grab that from the data set right there, the Johnny Chose there. What else do we have? On the bottom we have a user ID probably, so that could be quite interesting if we want to do some automation later. Let's keep that, and it also has the name there too. What else do we have? I mean, like, we just got the name right and we don't give a shit about the rest of this. Now on to here. This is rich text, message text. Yeah, probably want this. And this starts to render stuff. If we go down further, yeah, and spend it, so this is basically exactly what we want. So let's go with what I just copy pasted, data QA message text. So I know that I want that, and then I probably want to get the, you know, I can just get text value off it, text content, sorry. I think it's text content, shit. That's fine, and then what can we get? I want to get Ken in there, but I see his face. We have replies. We don't have all the replies though, we just got some replies. Maybe we should get the timestamp. What do you think? Yeah, definitely. So, data stringified text, data TS. Do we have a data TS on everything? No, we don't. And how do I feel about this TS, this timestamp? I feel like we'll take it. Yeah? Cool, we'll take that. So, now we've got that, we can start building out our object, which we're going to do to scrape here. So, instead of just having the list item, we're going to return lots of shit from here. Here's some basic JavaScript for you. So, we're saying we have the list item, now we're going to do stuff and return another item, but it's not going to be the list item, it's going to be more refined. So, we have a name, which will be something. We've course, fat fingers. We are going to have the timestamp, which is going to be something, and we're going to have the actual text or the content, which is also going to be something. Shock, and then let's go for, let's call it author name actually. For author, we're going to have an author with a name. Jesus, Doug, this new keyboard. And then we can have ID as well, because we have an ID, right? And that will do for now. Am I missing anything? Name, ID, message content, timestamp. Yeah, sick. Now, if I was just to press enter on that. Hey, what have I done? Okay. Not finished off a bracket. There you go. Cool. And then we have all of this. Obviously, it's just blank, 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 blank. And there's only 19 of them. It doesn't matter because we can get there later. So let's start filling it in. So from the list item, our name, author's name, we have this data QI message sender. So this list item refers to something here in the message container. So actually what I want to do first is let's inline it because it's going to be easy, but it's also pretty gross. So we're going to get a list item dot query selector. So we're going to try grab stuff directly from here, and we want to get this message sender block like that. Do I want to do it like that? Do I? Oh, I haven't got a comma at the end. I start seeing, yeah, I do want to do it like that. Because now you'll see that we've got this name here, but we didn't want this stat. We want to get this data stringify text off it. So we want, like, you know, Conor Grant, for example, on this one. So we will just go here. We have the query selector. Can I just go like data set? Stringify data? I don't think I can. Yeah. Come on, Doug. And the way that I would do this is I've had a complete mind blank actually. So this gives us this, sorry. And then this name. Oh my god. It's like I'm not an exam anymore. I'm so bad at this. Oh, but I can get the data set. Sure. But that's what I want, yeah. Okay. I might have to throw this through GPT, fuck. Okay, so we've got the query selector. If it exists, the data set. Yeah. I'm not so stupid, am I? Not as stupid as I thought I was. And we'll get the stringify text off there, and that should give us the name of all the geezers. I'm gonna Conor Grant, Johnny Chuz, Leoprod, Nico. Yeah, look, name dropped. We have an undefined here. It's interesting, good to know. But the rest of you, including myself, are in here. Sick. Alright, cool. Let's continue. So the ID, where do we have the ID? We had it off this button. Is this the best place to get this? Maybe. I don't know. So again, we're going to do something similar. But instead of grabbing this, oh no, we are going for that data message sender. No, we're not. We're getting a button. Come on, Doug. We get this button. And then off the button, we want to get a data message sender. So, you know, I'm just going to wing it and see, like, can we do this? No, of course we can't. Of course we can't, Doug. He's an absolute plonker. Let's just see if we can get the button instead. We've got the button. Is it the right button? No, it's not the right button. Come on. Where is it? View the profile. No, there's another button. Okay, so we're just going for the first button here, but actually we want to grab many buttons. Or maybe we just don't want to get the button. This is a challenge that I will not sit down from now. Or will I? Maybe. No, I can't. I'm streaming. I can't sit down. Okay, so this is the parent that we're on. We were going to go through here. Where did I see that bloody button? Nico, where's your button? Johnny, where's your button? Do you know what? Fuck it. I can. What button? Anyway, right, timestamp. I can do this one. So we have the data TS. Oh, this one is easy because actually we're just looking for. I wonder if I can just do dot value of that. Anyway, yeah, we're just looking for the data TS, right? So I think we can just go like that, maybe. And that should be able to get us the timestamp, yeah, and then off that timestamp, what do we want? Probably the data TS. And we can, I'll show you another way of getting that. So once you have that, we can go get attribute. Probably. No. Okay. How do you do it then? Maybe we just do the data set. Am I live? I'm live. Data set's not an option. Okay. Do you hate me? You do hate me. So this is basically 95% of my job right now, which is thinking that I know something, realizing that I do know it, but only through about half an hour of absolute bullshit. But it's a great job. Like if you want to get into stuff like this, I say, crack on, go for it. It's fantastic. But it might be that data set doesn't exist because we're picking up too many things here. So let's just keep going. Yeah, look, I mean, I've got the stringify text and the TS now. But it could probably mean that in some of these, there's no data set, so that's why it was throwing the error, which is pretty normal, so we can just do that. Cool. There we go. Now, I'm feeling this is a timestamp. Looks like a timestamp. Feels, smells, is a timestamp. We'll just deal with it later. And then obviously the one that we really give a shit about is the content, which is going to be on, what was it, message text. So we want to get this. So again, the list item selector, we want the data QA equals, what was message text. And then I think we can probably just do the text content off that. Yeah. Oh. Okay. This one's interesting. Is it just because it was an image, or I don't know? But let's also send down the original DOM element, just in case we want to dick around with it a bit more. Of course we do. Oh, let's have a look. Where were you? Somewhere down the bottom here. Oh, it's starting to crash. It's going to start loading. This whole thing's going to just turn to shit, isn't it? Anyway, right, cool. So, look, this is one way that we can get more items. Well, how many items we can get? We've got 71 there. Can we get, like, an infinite amount of items? If we just keep going? I'm imagining it's going to paginate. And at some point it's going to tell you to go fuck yourself. 71, no, 170. Okay, cool. So this is good to know. Scrolling past this beautiful picture of Ben. Older than 90 days. I'd be sick if I could get that one. And further. Alright, what are we saying? How many have we got? Jog on. This is all the debug shit, isn't it? 67. Yeah, okay. So not the best way to do it directly by DOM. What you would probably want to do is go into network here, and then we would have like Puppeteer or Playwright or some shit that'd be listening for all of this, I have no idea what's going on, so I'm just going to refresh it and ignore this crap and pretend I've done it. But yeah, I would go into here and I would listen for every single time that one of these pops up. Where was it? I don't know where it was. Conversation list. One of these. I don't know which one it was. Or why it's all selected and ugly now. Let's try that one again, yeah? And just store all the data to finish that sentence. But what else can we do on here that might be more interesting? Okay, yeah, the React stuff. The going and scraping shit. What can we do with well, we're going to go here. We're going to go back to our list of items. We're going to go a bit further up. Because let's think about how... In fact, yeah, let's do a demo. A demo of React apps. How do they work? How do apps in general work, right? So you have your app. This is our app, and in this app we're going to have Slack. So on the left here we've got all the different Slack things we're in. Then we've got this, like, I don't know what this is. It's got some stuff here. It's got all the DMs and whatever. And here we have our main panel. It's going to have other shit. So what do we have? So state-wise, what are we keeping? Where is all this data being stored? Well, in React, it's in wherever the fuck you want to do, but it makes sense to normally do something like this. So the outer layer of state, so what's being stored there? Well, it could be something like, I don't know, user, so my user ID, my username, the stuff that's associated with me logging in, right? Top level shit. Stuff that all of this needs to know at some point. One layer deeper, it could be like here, it's like all of the Slack channels, or all of the servers that I've done, so Slack servers, right? And that could be just a list, an array. It's an array, it's just a list, yeah. And that could be state that's stored, hey, in there, in there. Or it could be, you know, messages here. It might be, well, using the ID from the Slack server, fetch me all the messages. Let's draw a message from memory. Yeah, look at that. Should be in graphic design, shouldn't I? Look at that. Boom. It could be that using IDs from here, we're actually going to get all the messages. So the messages state is actually going to be, you know, a shit ton of messages all on this guy, please. And then in here, this individual React component is actually just going to be like the message, and it's going to have, like, you know, whatever we had on there, like author, timestamp, content, ID, blah 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 blah. Right, so this is a quick primer on what we're looking to get into. So where is all this actually stored? It's all well and good saying, yeah, it stores the data, but with React, where does it actually fucking go? Well, in here. So I'll show how I brute force it, and then I'll bring out a few scripts that make it more interesting. So this is a technique that is, it works the same as if you've ever used React DevTools, where you can just go in and see shit. In fact, I can show you React DevTools here. This is what React kind of ish looks like under the hood, which is pretty gross. But if I wanted to, for example, look for, let's do with messages. Here we go. We've got channel ID. We've got some stuff here. Funky, yeah, nice, cool. So this is all the different points of state in any point in time. It's like a snapshot of the app, yeah. So it's stuff that you want to look for if your developers are bad. There might be, you know, API keys. No, there might be email, client email. No. Can I search for values in this? I mean, I do want this store. This is great. But anyway, like, this is what we're going to fetch, but we want to be able to do shit with it. So instead of it being locked down on this, you know, like it's a read only. Here, I guess you can do a bit of editing, but it's essentially there. I should learn it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's really sick. Yeah, we're gonna do what this button does, which is find the state that we want, and then go do some stuff with it. So, good place to start searching for shit is anywhere really. Once you start building some apps, you'll know some of the terms that people start using for various state stuff. So when you have a library, you might have like a dispatch, which it's like when you dispatch an action, and the action is going to be something like, I don't know, update user list. And it's going to go do some stuff, and then it's going to say, hey, everyone that needs to give a shit about the user list, here's your new state. And it's going to propagate it through the app. So we want to look for things like dispatch, or get state, or if they're using a specific library, like let's say React query, then we're going to have lots of stuff to do with queries. Here's content providers. This is cool. So we could just scroll down here endlessly, just look in here. And again, like, you're just looking for patterns, which is why I can just smash through this super quickly, because I kind of know what I'm looking for. Or let's bring out a script actually. Hey, what are you doing? Stop that now. We can bring out a script that it does something for it. Luckily, I have one I made earlier. I don't know why it's doing this. We should block this shit. Let's just ignore it for now. So let me find my list of scripts. Fuck knows where they're gonna be. I know one place they could be. Let's go have a look. GitHub. Just gonna show all my porn now. It's gonna be gist. No, not Kenny. This is how I got into Slack. Gist. Let's go have a view. Let's see if I can do some searching. Yeah, here we go. Let's go. We want to look for a React Fiber Inspector. Could be a good one. Let's give it a go. So, I wrote this script and put it out there when I was doing a series on YouTube about how to scrape the shit out of stuff and reverse React apps, and built this script. We're going to paste. Hey, I said I built this script that we're going to paste into here, and it's going to let us do some stuff. What's it going to let us do? Well, first off, we need to do a little bit of editing, because not every site is the same. But let's just run it and see what happens. So we'll go back to Slack here, and we're going to toggle inspection mode with visual overlay. Oh, it's nice and laggy. Holy shit. Okay, but what this is doing is, if you go back to the idea of how we keep store in specific places, we can start looking through and finding all of this data. This stuff is stored in stuff for the app. Fuck, it's laggy. There we go. It just needs to load a little bit, like new stuff. That's great. And then we actually want to go higher up. We want to get to like the top level. So let's go over here, and then we press W a few times. We're going to go up and up and up. Here we go. We just hit probably the top. Let's go one more. And you'll see here, I've used my finger to point, but we don't have React Fiber, so we went one too far. Which is good to know. So something like client workspace wrapper has memoized props. Yeah, we should start taking a look from here. So I'm just going to store. Just going to store that. I'm going to turn off this guy. I think it was with R. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to go look through. Right, so what was it stored on? Was it temp 1? Yeah, so on temp 1, we're going to go back in, and we're going to look for React Fiber stuff. Props as well. Maybe props is better. No, props is just immediate. Drill content. And we're going to go through a few of these guys. So children. Don't really give a shit about a lot of this stuff here. But I would like to find that store that we had previously. That'd be really nice. And it might just be that we have to just drill through a load of stuff now to get there. So memorize props, children. Props, no more children. This one, home, props, children, props. We're going to go through here. We've hit the store already. Fantastic, not a boring video. We're going to store that and we're going to store the subscribe, and that's probably it for now. Let's go check out what's in there. So temp 1 was the store. Temp3 was a subscription. So if I did like console log, every time the state changes. Okay, how do I turn off that script? I can't remember. Yeah, there we go. Q. It was Q to turn off the script. So back to it. Anytime that this runs, it shows us the new state. I mean, like, okay, it's really shitty now because it's mixed in with everything else. But here, for example, we can see when I clicked on that general, we got some new stuff. So let's go here, jobs and opportunities. Maybe we get some new state in here, maybe, or maybe our whole thing's just fucked up. Doesn't really matter, but it's interesting to know how we do this now. So we also had, what was it, temp2, which was everything, and we should just go through all of here and take a look at what's going on. So this is the top level state. This is like, you know, this one here, this dude in green. I can hardly see that. Fuck. Well, let's just see what we've got. Let's see if we can do any scraping here. Remember, I don't really know what I'm looking for. I would like a massive list of every single person in the Slack, but probably needs a bot to do that. But also, I would like a list of maybe like all the messages, or you know, all of the admins and all their data. Maybe don't really care about too much of these things because they're very visual. Primary owner is admin, so I'm an admin of that Slack. Yeah, that sounds right. Did we save the one that we wanted, by the way? Channel ID. Alright, but let's go through it anyway, and we'll see what we can find. So admin stuff, always interesting. Anything that's client side and admin is quite scary because you can, in theory, and with a lot of websites, you can just do a toggle flag like, is admin? Yes, I'm now an admin, and then you get access to all of it. Luckily, a lot of people just build it so that you can only see the tools and not actually interact with them. But that's not always the case. And I did a quick demo on how you can get anyone's Twitter DMs, and I reported that, and no one gave a shit. So yeah, be careful about what you're doing, because at some point someone will give a shit and they'll come for you, and you don't want to be that person. But we have some threads here. What do we have threads? What are they doing? So a thread, I imagine, we go back to Slack, is something to do with, you know, this looks like a server, might be a message ID. So for example, if we're looking at this one seems to be always there, channel ID, and then that, yeah, it's not really helpful though, really, you know, like it's, if I want to do some webhook related stuff with Slack, maybe I can do some stuff based on here. But for the most part, it's kind of like needle in a haystack right now. To start with, not to say that it's always like this, but you should always know like what you're dealing with. Like, should you go through the network tags? Should you do this? Should you do some DOM scraping? Should you, you know, like not bother? Should you go buy someone else's tool instead? It's really like, oh, how fast do you want to do it? How much do you give a shit about what you're actually doing? How much of it is fun for you as well? Because for me, like I develop this shit is fun for me. This is, you know, I would do this all day if I could get at people's data. But you can also buy some stuff. Where is my stuff? Active payment method, credit card. I'm gonna dox myself. No, I don't think so. Users, notifications, channels. Still not finding too much here, which is a shame. Search history. Do I dare? Show? Right, there's nothing there. Cool. Search results. And you'll also see that a lot of this state is kind of default state. It's not been used yet because this is a snapshot. Not all of the app has been used, so all of this is like basically just waiting to be used. User groups though, user alerts. This is kind of what we want to be looking for. Am I an admin of this workspace? No, I am not. The view, yeah, here we go. Cool. Activity view. I want something like a to-dos, unified file, DMs, channels, DM list. Yeah, okay, so it's just IDs. Again, there's nothing really interesting there. It's just different views. But good to know, right? Good to know that we've gone through there, and I have a feeling that it's not what we're looking for. So we're going to continue. Fuck it. Alright, cool. So, let's look at what other scripts I have to grab. So that one was like the inspection one, and it just lets you be really, really interactive. But with Slack, it was like, even my beast of a machine can't handle it. Maybe I have one that's more generic. This guy? This guy is probably more generic. Let's see what we can do there. So in Slack, what this guy should do is should go through and start looking for certain things. But right now I'm not going to do any searching, but I am going to limit it. Do you remember like how I said I wanted p container because it was like the start of my React app? Let's go see if we can grab p container. Yeah, it looks very Reacty to me. It looks like the input point of there. So we're going to go in here. Sorry, we can't see this. I'm going to grab this p container. Obviously, nothing's happened because there's a bug for copy pasting stuff that I shouldn't be. I should be writing this myself. Okay, cool. So let's start by searching for something. So instead of users, we're going to search for, I don't know, get state. I'm just going to see if anything's there. Cool, so these are all the stores that we have. Now, the ones at the top might be the same as the ones at the bottom. They might all be the same store. But with React, we can just go check out a few of them. And actually, I'll show you one more script I have, which will just, every time any of these run, it will paste it to a server, which is cool. But I would imagine that we're just seeing temp5 is going to give us all of that same, all of that same shit there. Like, don't really care about it too much. Like recents, DMs, sidebar. Yeah, there's nothing of interest. Or maybe there is, but I'm too impatient to find it. Just one last look. Cool. Nothing in there. What about if we were going for searching, I don't know, messages? Don't think we'll find anything. No. One last search. What we could be looking for? Something that I know for sure is in there. Channel. No. Okay, so dead end again, but don't feel too bad about it. Essentially, what I want to do is just know what I can grab. So if I'm wanting to DM everyone in the server, how would I go about it? That's probably the question I should be asking right now to give us some focus. Or first off, maybe I just go through all of these and I just grab each person. But we're going to be missing out on like the 488 dudes here that definitely aren't all posting. And there is a huge list here. You can see that it's not rendering all of them. Like if I went here, inspected, let's just get rid of this guy for now, zoom out a little bit. And we've got a certain number of members. You can use the same technique that we used but last time to grab all of these guys, but it stops here. Like if I scroll down, you'll see there's always what, like I don't know, 20 of them maybe, and they all continue, which isn't that much of a pain in the ass until we hit C and then stop. So what options do we have? Well, this data needs to come from somewhere. So either we can just do a manual process of, all right, we just scroll down, save each one of these, scroll down, save each one. Well, it's probably going to be coming from somewhere here. So we can, what is this? Can I block this? No, I didn't really want to block that whole. Yeah, actually, yeah. I can just filter it out. Century, saying it's a pain in the ass. So I'll scroll through these. This is getting. What is this getting? Nothing of that interest. Result. Okay, spoke too soon. So this list is here, and this is what we give a shit about. Let's just zoom in so you can take a look. So the I'm really sorry if I show anything in advance, but go bitch at Slack, not me. Jacqueline Crespo, you're famous. LA, hope you're doing well. Have you been deleted? No. You're a bot. Have you confirmed your email? No, you've not. There's not a whole lot in here, but maybe on other people the profile's a bit better. Oh, what else do we have? We're in the J's right now, but what if I just go search for Doug? And then I can... Oh, there's 2 Dougs, are there? 3 Dougs. Come on. Let's just go... edit the profile. Hi, my name is Doug. Good to see you. Let's see if this does anything now. And we can get some of this. So back to here. Search for Doug. There he is, look. Results. Oi. Is it search, maybe? Yeah, it's search, isn't it? Doug. I'm Doug. No, I'm not Doug239. I am. That's disgusting. Okay, and I've got profile. And. Okay. Starting to get there. Still not a whole lot, though. Okay. Okay. So we've got some stuff. And if I clicked on me, it just shows it up here. If I clicked on this, would it load? Okay, that said something. But maybe it came in through somewhere else here. And I think once it's loaded, that's it. Yeah, look, we've got some stuff now. Interestingly, it doesn't show you the contact information. This is my email if you want to do anything. But, let's continue, right? So, we had the network. We're doing the thing with the network. We were getting sidetracked because I wanted to go back up here and grab all the members. We have this list here. And I know that this is just your typical pagination. Right? It's doing this. It waits for the next marker, and then it's going to go through and do the next set. So every time I scroll down, let's show you that. It's going to do list, so let's just filter. I only want list, so I can show you guys what's going on. List, new list, new list, new list, shock, horror, and then eventually you would just go through and you would have every single guy there. I wonder if we can do something more programmatic. Well, we can post. And what can we post? Let's try it. So this is the API. And here's the fact this is probably something I should have searched for inside the client. We can do it later. So we'll open up the console. Can I open up the console? Yeah, I can. And then I give a shit about here right now. So right now I'm going to do like a fetch. Definitely was doing this on another site. And it was a post request, so this should fail. But let's see what's going on. Yeah, it's rejected. And it was Excel. It was a post that does this. Okay, cool. So we're just going to grab it and we're going to copy the request, the curl. We're going to go to my favorite tool, HTTP. If I can type it, it's obviously not my favorite tool. And with this copied, let's bring it over here. We're going to go here, we're going to import text, paste that in. Did it do it? No, did it fuck? Let's try a different approach. Let's copy. Which one did I do? Let's copy it as bash. Let's see if we get anywhere with it this time. No, this just lets me make requests really easily. Curl to here. That looks better. So now we've stored it. And if I send it, it should tell me to. Okay, so like if you give a shit about any of your security, then you would not let this run outside what's happening with Slack, right? So you say, I was surprised to get back Julian's details here, but here we fucking go. Happy days, we got a load of stuff, and we got a load of people. Now, this is a cache to get everyone from, I guess, this server. And then it returns however many results this is and gives a marker. Now, I wonder, is there any pagination that we can enjoy here to fire off more than these? I mean, like, we could just try and limit. Wow, I can't type. I can't even see my keyboard. Limit equals... Did we get one? No, we got more, yeah. Didn't fail, didn't do anything. What if we did like limit? Seems like pretty much the same. Was that 2k last time? Yeah, so that doesn't do anything. What if we... I don't know what this is here. What if we just get rid of that? Same amount, 2k. What if we just get rid of the whole lot, because I don't really care. Still gives us the same amount, and it tells us the next marker. Okay, cool. So what does a marker actually do here? What are we posting? We want to look in the bodies here. So when you're posting something, it's like getting a request, but you're also sending some shit along with it. And what it's sending along with it, is a token, and all of this stuff here, count 50. Look. So I wonder if we can just jump in here and do JSON, clean that up, and then Doug, you're so dumb sometimes, you know this. I don't think it's going to give me 999 people, but it's definitely given me more rows of data, which is fantastic. I'm happy with that. I wonder how many it gave me. There's also, it just gave me for this one channel. Do we have more channels? What if we just didn't have any channels instead? What would that do? 4118. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. I don't know why I can't close on that, but that seems... no, same amount. Let's not care about this marker. I don't care about the marker. Fuzz, yeah, probably. Include profile only users. Token. Like, if you're gonna go steal this token, that's probably gonna fuck me. So I should probably delete this video at the end or something. But don't really care. Don't have anything interesting to show anyway. Here's a really quick way of how then I would hit up this. I would do this post and then just work my way through to continue doing stuff. Let me show you quickly what this next marker is, because it's important to know, like, what is next marker, right? Ooh. What are we getting here? Filter apps, filter people with a marker. So this is what I would use. I would go here, I would get marker, and then this next marker I would take from there. It's got an equal sign on the end, push it through, and instead of, I'm going fingers crossed, instead of whoever this is, Isa. Okay. I'm really bad at my job, by the way. Comment, marker, of course. Yeah, look, we get the next marker. So we just continually go through, boom, 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 there, done. Fantastic. But what else do we want to do? Like, now we've got this. Surely we can do other stuff, right? Yeah, probably. How about we start looking at what Edge API .slack.com does? So we're going to go into, I need to zoom out, into the application, and we're going to start doing searches for... Wow, nice. We're going to start searching. Searching all files. I'm going to search for this endpoint here, and we're going to see that it's doing a search. I'm going to see if anything else comes up, because it's all endpoints and code at the end of the day, stuff that does things, and eventually we might get something. Somehow I don't think we're going to get anything. No hits. Yeah, cool. But if we searched maybe for API, probably maybe also won't get anything. In here though, got too much stuff there. What was it called? Edge API list. Okay, anyway, so look, this is how you go down the rabbit hole, and you lose out on loads of time, and you realize how quickly you should buy someone else's solution instead of do it yourself. But I really want to hit something interesting before I stop streaming or someone steals my token, which you know, probably doesn't happen because no one's even watching these videos. Well, let's see what we can do. So we have users of a list. What we just sent out? Just the users. No, nothing. What if we had channels instead? Now I think we're going to break this unknown filter people. Okay. Let's take out the people related stuff. What do you think? We mark as well. Okay, cool. So we have all the channels here that we have. Clear recipes, copyright and feedback, general, jobs and opportunities, new projects, random. So now we've got these. And from there, I guess we do a combination of who would use the channel, and then we would also use the I've gone too far. We would also put them in here. So for example, if we want to get people in random as well, we'll grab that, and maybe like, I don't know, jobs and opportunities would be that one, yeah? And see how we're quickly painting a picture of how to put things together, and then when we do a ship, we will get, I mean, like, we did general to start, so it's a bit of a shit one, but my god, what am I doing so wrong? Commas, commas, commas. Everything good, everything fine. Invalid JSON. Discount. Do you hate me? Okay. Too much in account. Yeah, that's basically it. This is how I'd go about doing it. Same thing for Telegram, same thing for Discord, just a different flavor, right? Find out how to get your extension open in Chrome DevTools. Typically always can find a way, because most of the internet is built on React, and most of the desktop apps are built on Electron. Then from here, you would hope that, you know, maybe there's some email addresses in here. You can filter through these, say like, I want to only get people with their email addresses, or, you know, Jack's here, so we can have a look through Jack. Maybe we would, I don't know, if this is his original, maybe we could do like a reverse lookup of old Jacko there, see what he's up to with the Google Lens. And there he is, there's his LinkedIn there, pal. Let's go. This is one Puppeteer script, found Jack. Yeah, hello Jack. Boom, there you go, that's one lead done and dusted. Happy days, right? So I'm going to leave this here and probably try to think of a better video now that I've done this. Also need to work out a way to refresh my token so no one grabs it. But yeah, sick one, huh? Why would you want to do this? Quick sum up. Why is scraping so important? Why do people care so much about it? Why do you pay so much stuff? Like, why? It's because, first off, it's fun. Second, it's difficult. Third, every site is a challenge, and it's always nearly, always a shortcut. So, like, if you want to go into any support Discord, like say you want to go into Apify, right? They have a Discord. You can do the same stuff, exact same stuff as I've just done here, and get everyone in that Discord. Now, Discord, are they so tightly coupled to the outside world, like their profiles versus like Slack? In Slack we all use our names. Some of the other servers also use their names. Like, you just need to find the gaps and then bridge them. You need to like look at the stars and draw the constellations. And this is fucking fun. This is like, you can buy clay and you can do this shit, and you can plug in all the APIs that you want to do this shit, and there will be an API for Slack and for Discord and for whatever, and that's also fun. But this is just another level of it, right? Now from this, I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, click here, do that, click here, do that, get this or whatever. But with Puppeteer, with Playwright, these are ways that you can write scripts and automate the whole process, so that I can listen for this, or I can scroll down a certain amount and push everything, or I can just, you know, grab like the last marker and just go through until everything absolutely breaks. And then that's one and done, and I let it run for as long as I can, until either changes and breaks, or I get banned, or, you know, a combination of the two. But then I have access to to data no one else does. You're the proprietary, the can't talk today, data that costs, you know, the big bucks. It's the data no one else can get to. But if you can do it, yeah, sick, nice one. Same for LinkedIn. If you want to do LinkedIn, I don't think it's React, but it's the same premises apply. You want network tab, you want to go through DOM stuff, you want to see what's going on under the hood. There are a few tools like man in the middle proxy. I don't think I've got it installed anymore. But what it does is it collects all of the traffic going through your entire machine. So you can just browse the internet, collect all of it, and then do stuff. It's, if you heard of man in the middle attack, it's someone that, or a program that sits in the middle and then sniffs out your shit and then changes it before sending it on. And it can fuck you up, or you can collect a load of data with it too. Yeah, so I don't know what else to say, but that was really fun. It was like an hour, thanks to anyone that stayed to the end. It was absolutely sick. Got a question. Luca is here, had a question. I see you've made videos in the past about scraping the Facebook ad library. I'm currently making an analytics tool, and I've tried using their API but can only retrieve EU ads. Kind of weird, seeing as it's all public information anyway. Yeah, I mean, like, look, it's valuable data. They had to put up Facebook ads, a library for, fuck, what was their reason? I mean, it's like a transparency thing, right? Like the whole thing that kicked it off was your boy Orange Man and other Cambridge Analytica types were buying a load of dodgy ads that were pitting everyone against one another, and there was no visibility into it. That was the TLDR. If you want to scrape stuff, again, same premises apply. You go through, you do this same shit, you work out what works, what doesn't. You'll soon hit a massive block and you'll be like, shit, this thing that worked on 20 other different sites doesn't work on this one. And then you'll go work out how to do that, and that's just one more arrow to your bow, to your like, you know, arrow in the quiver. That's one more way that you can then smash it out. And at this point, I've got fucking hundreds of them. Like, I've done this so much that it's, you know, I try one thing, doesn't work. Try two things, doesn't work. And like, from the outside looking in, it, like, I'm pretty nuts, but it's fun. Try learn some JavaScript. Try do this yourself. Try work out the next piece after this, which is normally, you know, with HTTP requests, you do something with it, normally collect the data, and yeah, go from there. If you want to talk about anything, give it a shout, and